A green crayon changed my life. In junior high, I was always just outside the cool kids circle. Sure, I had plenty of friends and this rockin' personality, but I spent most of my time one step behind the trendiest clothes and popular parties. Then, in ninth grade, our all-girls choir traveled to a local mall for a performance. After singing, we headed to the food court where a bunch of us, half-jokingly, ordered kids' meals for lunch. To our delight, those kids' meals each came with a small box of crayons. As I sat down with my food, I remembered that I had a skein of yarn in my backpack from the previous art assignment. With the box of crayons sitting next to my chicken nuggets, I carefully picked out the green one and tied a piece of string around it, making my very own crayon necklace. Seeing my most fashionable new accessory, one of the most popular girls sitting near me grabbed a red crayon from her box, asked to borrow some string, and copied my necklace design. Suddenly, everyone was wearing a crayon around their neck and praising my brilliant idea. We were the crayon chicks, and I was their trusted leader. I rode the coattails of that innovative design for a solid 2 months, which is practically a lifetime when it comes to teenage trends. And as I watched the design spread like wildfire throughout the school, I learned that a single idea is a powerful thing. The question is, how do we ensure the best ideas get heard? Our thoughts shape our lives, and we all know what happens when a bad idea goes viral. Mullets, corsets, the Macarena, even something as benign as a green crayon has the power to influence behavior and divide people into us versus them groups. Ideas have influenced us in countless ways, for better and for worse. The human brain is a fascinating mixture of untapped intelligence and terrifying susceptibility to delusion. From conspiracy theories to manipulative marketing messages, our minds are easily influenced. And you don't have to be part of a doomsday cult or shifty pyramid scheme to fall victim to groupthink tactics that strip us of innovation. How often in the workplace do we prioritize fitting in over diversity and change? What happens in our schools when we praise obedience at the expense of critical thinking? Like it or not, you have been brainwashed in one way or another. Now, brainwashing sounds extreme, but groupthink is the pathway to that kind of mind control. There's an illusion of unity that pressures us to conform and leave questions unanswered for the sake of not rocking the boat. It's a natural symptom of a society that advocates consuming over creating and politeness over progress. Groupthink requires minimal effort and leaves less chance for conflict. Now, this kind of efficiency is excellent for the people convincing you to buy their products or vote for their candidate. But it's terrible for a world in desperate need of bold solutions. When everyone is brainwashed to believe the answers are too expensive, too complex, or to someone else's problem, it leaves us complacent and ultimately complicit. So what is the antidote to brainwashed thinking? Simple. It's brainstorming. There are plenty of intelligent, creative people working hard to find solutions and ideas that can change our world. But the general population is getting less creative. We spend our free time scrolling through a sea of generic content, consuming the same old ideas that get repeated indefinitely. It's time for each of us to step up and think outside the box. The problem is that even when we feel compelled to be creative and find new ideas, our affinity for ease means giving up as soon as things get messy. We're like wannabe treasure hunters with a metal detector. We'll casually stroll our way through the beach, hoping something valuable is waiting just below the surface. But good ideas require patience and a whole lot of digging. A good idea is like a diamond. Most diamonds, created between 1 and 3.5 billion years ago, were formed deep inside the Earth's mantle. They were made through high pressure and extreme temperatures. Then, some 10 to hundreds of millions of years ago, some were carried to the surface through violent volcanic eruptions that deposited them where they could later be mined. In other words, diamonds are the result of time, effort, and lots of disruption. But when you see a diamond, you know what it is. Its shine and brilliance immediately capture your attention, while its many facets and ability to reflect light keep you engaged long after that initial impression. That's the kind of idea we need in today's world. And while you don't need billions of years to form a good idea, if you're looking to find something brilliant and worth sharing, you're going to need some time, effort, and disruption to uncover your diamond. The Leading Tomorrow Summit features more than 20 extraordinary leaders who have mined and polished ideas worth hearing. These are not some thrown together crayon necklace ideas. These are hard-earned messages that are now ready to inspire and challenge you to see the world in a whole new way. As you listen, I want you to think about the ideas buried deep within your mind. What gems are waiting to explode to the surface and disrupt the thoughts of yesterday? What's your diamond waiting to happen? The world needs less brainwashing and more brainstorming. We need to question how we do things to find better solutions to today's complex problems. We need you to show up as a leader, someone with a unique history and perspective. That green crayon may have changed my world for a few weeks, but the best ideas can change our world forever. And your idea can change your life if you're willing to search, dig, and get a little dirty. Thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy the conference.